But if someone steals, hits another person, commits corruption, or deceives others, his sin will not be forgiven until the person whose rights were violated forgives him. Question 40. Which is more important, the rights of Allah or the rights of the people? When we talk about rights in Islam, we often hear about Haqqullah, the rights of Allah, and Huquq al-Ibad, rights of the people. But which one is more important? To answer this, let's look at a powerful hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As radiallahu anhu reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, "A martyr in the path of Allah will have all his sins forgiven except for death." Imagine that someone who sacrifices their life for the sake of Allah has all their sins erased. But there is one exception, death. Why? Because death is the right of another human being, and even martyrdom does not erase it. This hadith teaches us something profound. The rights of people are so significant that even the highest form of sacrifice, giving one's life for Islam, does not remove them. If a person neglects his prayers, misses fasting in Ramadan, or delays his Hajj, these are all sins. But if he dies as a martyr, Allah can forgive him. However, if a person steals, oppresses others, or takes a loan and does not repay it, these sins will not be forgiven, not even by martyrdom. Why? Because these sins involve the rights of others. This hadith completely shatters the misconception that Islam is only about personal acts of worship like salah and dhikr. No. Islam is also about justice, fulfilling responsibilities, and ensuring no one is wronged. Some pray 5 times a day but disrespect their parents. Some read the Quran but oppress their employees. Some give charity but neglect their family. Imagine a child earning money to support his parents, while another performs voluntary prayers in the mosque but leaves his parents struggling in poverty. Who is better in the sight of Allah? The one who supports his parents, because Allah gave priority to human rights, which include financial honesty, for example, no corruption, no deception or theft, family obligations, for example, taking care of parents or raising children with proper values, fairness and justice, for example, not misusing public funds or harming others, and good character, for example, being kind to neighbors and employees. If someone violates these rights, even Hajj and martyrdom will not erase their sin unless the victim forgives them. Now, does this mean that human rights are more important than Allah's rights? Not necessarily. Sins are of 2 types. A sin that takes a person out of Islam, which is called kufr, and sins that do not take a person out of Islam. For example, if one steals and another commits kufr, the sin of the one who commits kufr is greater, even though theft is related to human rights. We've understood that rights are also of 2 types. The most important type of right is the right of Allah. This relates to Iman and Tawheed. Because if a person commits kufr, they will never come out of hell and will never enter paradise. As for sins such as theft, a person will not remain in hell forever. The second type is the right of the people. In case there is no kufr or shirk involved, human rights are the most important. For example, if a person does not fast in the month of Ramadan but repents afterwards, they will be forgiven. But if someone steals, hits another person, commits corruption, or deceives others, his sin will not be forgiven until the person whose rights were violated forgives him.